Not only it is the most effective way to quit smoking, but it is also the most easiest to. Hello friends, in today's video I'm going to give you the most effective way to quit smoking and discuss why smoking is so addictive in the first place. So let's start. First, let's talk about why smoking is so addictive. The main active ingredient of cigarettes is nicotine. Nicotine affects us in two ways. First, it binds to acetylcholine receptor and hyperactivates them. This is one of the main reasons why smoking enhances the mental performance. But this hyperactivation also means that we are going to lose sensitivity toward our own natural production of acetylcholine. Second, nicotine is a dopamine agonist, means it releases dopamine in our brain. Dopamine is what we call a reward hormone. It's an evolutionary urge. It motivates us to do things, and when we do those things and accomplish something, it gives us pleasure. This is the reason why junk food and sugar is so addictive. Whenever we eat it, we get this huge release of dopamine. When our body senses this large release of dopamine, it downregulates its own receptor and stops the production of dopamine. Now let's talk about what happens when we try to quit smoking. First, we starve our brain of acetylcholine. This is one of the main reasons why smokers, when they try to quit, have this unusual brain fog and have trouble thinking usually. Second, your body seeks the same pleasure it was getting previously from dopamine, and you start to have these urge to pursue the same activity that was releasing dopamine before, and in this case, it was smoking. So what's the solution? There are multiple stages, so I'm going to go stage by stage. First, you have to start supplementing with a choline supplement. I recommend CDP choline. The reason behind this is because CDP choline in studies have been shown to increase the production of dopamine and noradrenaline in our brain. Second, it prevents your brain from getting starved of dopamine. In addition, you should start taking 2 grams of NSC per day. Now, why NSC? In studies, NSC has been shown to help people with nicotine withdrawal and addiction. NSC also produces glutathione, which is the main primary antioxidant of our body. So that's a plus as well. Now the main trick to curb the urges is to use e-cigarettes. These electrical cigarettes are just like vape, but they have a controlled amount of nicotine in them. Just enough to curb your urges, but not enough to keep you addictive. Now you might be wondering why I'm recommending something like e-cigarette. The reason why I'm recommending this is because e-cigarettes are extremely effective in helping people quit smoking. I'm not saying this lightly. In studies, e-cigarette has been shown to outperform all the other methods of nicotine replacement, such as gum or patches. In addition, there have been some studies that show that if you use e-cigarette as your primary way of helping you quit smoking, you are twice as likely to quit smoking than compared to a person who's using conventional nicotine replacement method. Now, I have a very interesting story about this topic. I had this friend back when I was doing my master's, and he was a heavy smoker, and I'm talking about more than 20 cigarettes in a day. And it was a real problem for him because he also worked as an assistant professor, and he could not go through his 3-hour lectures without taking multiple breaks. He told me that he tried everything from nicotine gum to nicotine patches and those fake cigarettes that do not have nicotine in them. But he told me the most effective relief he ever got was from e-cigarettes. That's when I had him taking 1.5 grams of choline supplement every day. There is no toxicity level for choline, so you can take as much as you want. And he was able to quit smoking. It took him a long time, but he finally did it. So after he quit smoking, I had him take bupropion, commonly known as Wellbutrin. Doctors generally prescribe this for smoking cessation. You cannot use this as a primary means of smoking cessation because in studies it has been shown that compared to placebo, it's only 19% more effective. But when you're done quit smoking, you can use Wellbutrin to prevent you from relapsing. Anyway guys, so that's the protocol. First, you will supplement with CDP choline and NSC. Second, you will use e-cigarette as your primary mean to curb your urges to smoke. And afterward, if you feel like relapsing, you can use Wellbutrin for 2 to 3 months. This will ensure that you do not relapse. And believe me guys, this is the most effective way to quit smoking, and it is also the most painless one. Okay guys, so that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next video.